And welcome to Session 2 of Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. When we last left off, we found out that we were actually comatose. Let's see. Somehow that kick ended up doing more damage than the friggin',
自分の体を外から見る衝撃の大きさは想像に難くない。体外離脱現象の一種と考えれば解決法もありそうだな。君はエデン症候群の未知なる症状の発症者。イレギュラーな日がそれが分かっただけでも成果はまずまずとしておこう。
Regular, huh? So, like a maverick?
調査は焦ってはいけない。慌ててはいけない。急ぎすぎても急がせすぎてもいけない。ただひたすらに粘り強く、鉄頭鉄尾堅固な黒金のごとき忍耐力で当たれ。父の言葉だ。さて本題だが、君はこれからどうするつもりか。元の体に戻りたくはないか。君の身に何が起きたのか真相を知りたくはないか。では決まりだな。私の助手としてここで働きたまえ。依頼にはエデンや電脳犯罪に関連した事件が多い。安心しなさい。君の素質は私が保証する。ついでに当面の衣食住もね。君の能力は電脳絡みの事件の調査にこれ以上のない適性を示している。期待しているよ。よし、 契約成立だな。君はたった今から私の助手兼サイバースルースだ。ソファーにかけて待っていたまえ。コーヒーを入れてこよう。我々の前途を祝して乾杯と。海ぶどう粒あんコーヒー、私の自信作だ。見かけも芸術的だが味も方向もまた格別だぞ。では電脳探偵誕生を祝して乾杯。
So many but thou must options. I have to wonder if this was what it was like in the original Japanese version. Wish I had some way to see the dialogue options. Thank you for reminding me that MK11 is still a thing. Ah, crap, I just killed him. Well, that's the end of the game, folks. I just killed him. Hope you enjoyed this journey. Because I know I did. I'm just joshing you. Yo. Hold on one sec. I'm doing alright. Oh, goodness. Great. First quest. Purchase coffee beans. Yep. There's more. There'll be more on this board, I can assure you. I sent a link to the stream on the Discord. Just got a notification. No, I didn't want to see my field guide. Well, that's because in the party chat it's kind of audio only, so you'd need to actually click the link on the tweet. What? Let me see if hold on, let me check my channel. Copy link address. Okay, I think I got. Okay, okay. Post the link in general chat. Yeah, there should be something. If you can see it on your end, and let me know. Yeah. Of course there's a delay. Stick out your right hand. It'll be over soon. Hold still. And the screen's black. Well, that's not too bad. I've gained the power glove. I love the power glove. It's so bad. I feel like I need to watch that movie for some reason. Oh my god. I can't wait. Also, California. You know, weird thing is that, speaking of which, in the Digimon movie review from the Nostalgia Critic, he ended up mistaking Iori Hida, or Cody, in the dub, as, the California kid from The Wizard. Even splicing in audio from that movie. Of course, that didn't stop. Of course, earlier in that review, when they got to the third movie segment, they mentioned, and they of course mentioned that Davis is pretty much a supposed discount tie, and that character design is expensive. I'm like, his hair is shorter, or he has tan skin, and he wears different clothing from Tai. So I fail to see how that's recycling the same design. I mean, I get it. The goggles are like, you know, a staple of the Digimon franchise. Oh god, it's Phone Chan! By the way, there is no English dub in this game. There is one in Next Order, but neither of the Cyber Sleuth games have an English dub. Blame the fact that Digimon is nowhere near as popular as its competition. No. The theme song you're looking for is Digimon, Digital Monsters, Digimon are the champions. Digimon, Digital Monsters, Digimon are the champions. Oh, then I've got things to educate you on. Eventually. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Oh god. Well, that's because at the very least it could I'm not sure if it could actually record our audio. Oh, in the party chat. Digivolve into your champion. Yes, I see your chat in there. Echo, Echo, Cookie, Echo. I was more making a Phineas and Ferb reference. Curse not being able to enter into places where I normally would be able to. Those invisible walls are the real monsters. Sadly, I am somewhat lost, but at the same time looking around, but at the same time exploring the area. I think so, yes. So, here's an interesting thing worth noting. So, our boss is this strange lady who does not know the concept of Yeah, I kind of have to have it playing on my end. Is other... Oh, no, that's not the stream audio. It's just the game audio. Really? A harassment lawsuit. Alright, let's head back to the boss. Alright. Do 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 do.
挨拶回りは済んだようだな。かなり個性の強い面々だが、さて次は街に出てもらうぞ。反電脳体の君が現実世界に完璧に溶け込めるかどうか新宿で聞き込みをしてきたまえ。君のことが噂になっているかもしれない。その間私は私の仕事を片付けさせてもらう。又吉刑事にも調査結果を報告しておかないといけないのでね。それと一つ重要なことを伝えそびれていた。君の母親御さんが仕事で長期海外出張しているのは不幸中の幸いだった。
How convenient. The mute protagonist, his parents are abroad.
君が倒れたと聞いて帰国しようとしていたところ
Look, I love this game to pieces, but
すぐに退院すると連絡して
there are some things that are very much wrong.
君からも連絡して安心させてあげたまえ。親御さんの様子はどうだったかな。
I wasn't able to contact them because they were busy. They kept on telling me not to answer, and then not to call them, and then there was this lady on the other side that said, "Didn't you hear me? It's busy."
これからは連絡が来ることもあるだろう。親御さんの件は君に一任する。しっかり対応して。
The dub of the movie is weird.
では行動開始だ。
What? Oh my god. Of course, nothing. That's only when you're inside of places. In the overworld, you move around. You have a free camera. I'm just kind of visiting Mireille here. So, interesting fact about her is that she never really got an American debut until Cyber Sleuth. She was originally in a game called Digimon World Redigitize. And sadly, this fixed camera thing is kind of a thing in when you're not in some kind, when you're not in like when you're not like dungeon crawling. Because guess what might have inspired this? Just take a wild guess. What game series might have inspired or how this game operates. I'll give you a hint. It starts with a P. Yep, Persona 3 and 4. And this game came out shortly before Persona 5 came out in North America. This came out in 2016. And P5 came out in 27, I think. Oh, come on, get out of there. Candy is not for kitty cats. Arata is our typical emo guy. So you can imagine most of his playlist consists of Linkin Park songs. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Of course. Why did that turn into a meme? Oh, right, because Doug wanted to make everything a meme back in the day. It is what it is. I am that I am. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Oh my god. I feel like a weirdo for just remembering that show existed and that I actually watched it. There were it was during a time when Cartoon Network had like a bunch of reruns of old shows. Have you played Persona 3 and 4? Then it's just as stiff, if not even stiffer. You know, it could be worse. Basically, you are a detective who has to solve mysteries while going in and out of digital space, while fending off hackers and whatnot. Oh. Well, if your anime character designer is the same person who did Durarara, and if your soundtrack composer is the same person who did Danganronpa, and if your cutscene animator is the same person who worked on Fire Emblem Awakening. Like, the CGI cutscenes in this game look really sick. Well, of course. This is a PS4 port of a PlayStation Vita game. Ouch! You just got your ass kicked, boy. Oh, you mean that Kiss knockoff? You'll see what I mean when he shows up. I don't know about that. For realsies.
You know, I just realized I might not have actually been showing up on your broadcast.
Really, now?
Yeah, because there was a setting in party settings where I had to go in and say, allow your voice to be shared. If you select always allow or allow for current party, your voice will be included in other players' broadcasts and video.
Let me, hold on. Alright. So now I'm putting it in always allow.
Well, this was something on my end.
Well, I figured I'd just put it on my end and as well,
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
So that Pokemon, be patient. You will have your turn in a moment. So yeah, if you've ever played Persona 3 and 4, it's basically like that, only... Oh, you know. Hello, Kyoko.
It's like that for Digimon.
Yes. It's actually more akin to like the Shin Megami Tensei series, the main series of Shin Megami Tensei games, where you actually have to battle mons in order to acquire them.
Yeah, the movement system still kind of irritates me, and I never really liked this kind of cutscene setup. I mean, not that the game is necessarily bad. I have not actually seen much of the gameplay yet. I've just seen talking to people. I just kind of don't like the two people standing opposite each other on a screen like that kind of thing.
Oh, in Persona 3 and 4, it used to just be static portraits of characters talking.
Oh my fucking god. You know, the first place I really saw that, where it really irritated me, was, I think it was the Iron Man 2 game.
Real?
That was a 3D game, and it was a sequel to a 3D game with 3D animated cutscenes. And it also had 3D animated cutscenes, but most of the stuff was just 2D cutouts of Tony Stark, Pepper Potts, Nick Fury, etc.
They had Robert Downey Jr. for the first game, but he did not want to be in any of the second game.
No. And then, like, after the Avengers, they just flat out stopped making Marvel games.
Well, because Sega lost the license. Sega lost the rights to make movie licensed games. Because that's kind of what happens when your games keep bombing.
Yeah. I remember the first Iron Man game was really cool. You could do all kinds of neat stuff in it, but then the second one came along and it was
It's like you were playing. It's like you were controlling Iron Man if he was drunk.
Yeah. It's also a pseudo sequel to the movie, as opposed to being the movie like it was. You know, the movie plus some extra stuff like it was in the first game,
or the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy game.
Yeah, or indeed in the Raimi Man movie games, or. Oh yeah, the Captain America, Thor games, Incredible Hulk game, and
Hulk no get good game or good movies.
Let's see.
'Tis a damn shame.
Let's see. No, apparently it didn't actually have a game based on the Incredible Hulk. There was the Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction.
No, that was the game based on the movie.
Oh wait, no, there's a 2008. There's a 2008 Incredible Hulk game by Sega. Never mind.
Yep. It sucks.
And that one had Ed Norton, Tim Roth, Liv Tyler, William Hurt, and Tim Blake Nelson in it.
And they sound terrible.
Yeah, but they're at least the same guys as opposed to being whoever the hell that was in Iron Man 2.
Eric Loomis is the actor's name. He voices Iron Man in Avengers Earth's Mightiest Hero, the cartoon, when that came out in 2010, and every Marvel vs. Capcom game from Marvel, and Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. He also voiced
Stark actually sounding kind of decent in MVC3.
Yeah.
How did they screw that up so badly?
That is a good question.
I guess it's all down to the voice director.
That is a very likely scenario.
Because Roger Craig Smith isn't a bad voice actor, but his
you've made that abundantly clear in our previous conversations. You don't like the way they're directing him in the Sonic games.
Well, the thing is, my first impression of it was like, oh, they just got like some guy, like the Capcom got just some guy for the original Resident Evil game. But then I heard him in Resident Evil 5 and he sounded great. And then I heard him in Assassin's Creed and he sounded great.
And hell, Arkham Origins, he was great. It's just...
yeah.
The thing is, it's like...
You know what? I wouldn't have put those together as being the same guy, actually.
Roger Craig Smith's got hella range. And the thing is, it's like... You were also complaining about, like, the Studiopolis gang's writing, when this same crew
that's not their fault.
Well, the same crew that wrote that are currently writing the Sonic games have done Mad World and Happy Tree Friends.
That explains it.
A lot of people actually like Mad World, from what I'm told.
I'm not a huge fan of Mad World. Mad World's not bad. We're talking about the black and white game.
Yeah, the black and white game where Steve Bloom is just...
I'm not the biggest fan of that, but I don't dislike it. I never really cared for Happy Tree Friends. At least as a writing thing.
I watched 2 episodes of it on Netflix, and I'm like, what the hell am I watching? It was like, oh my god, does everybody die in every single episode in such a gruesome way? Like, where do they come up with this crap? Alright.
I don't know.
Got more texts from my Digimans. So basically, on the downtime when I'm not doing plot cases, I'm to basically go around. I'm to basically do side quests, but for now, I am now in the plot, and there aren't any So basically, I gotta ask around. Ask these random schmoes. And I gotta go to Kowloon, which is the dungeon. Well, one of the dungeons.
know what this really reminds me of? The movement system. It reminds me of, like, early
what?
Sauce. Sorry. It reminds me of early Devil May Cry. Crossed with a bit of early Final Fantasy 3D.
What, like... Oh, by the way, Renamon Naruto runs. Just felt like pointing that out.
Oh, neat.
Y'all do realize you're Naruto running, right?
Come on!
Alright, so now I'm to go to Zaxxon's forum from URL. This ought to be fun.
This is... Yeah, the way everything moves, it kind of reminds me of...
I must go now. My
crossed with Final Fantasy X. With, like, aspects of Shadowrun Returns. Interesting. Well, actually, I guess it's not necessarily Shadowrun Returns, because I can't remember if the original Shadowrun game on the Super Nintendo and Genesis had the whole Matrix thing in it. But there was probably like the Mega Man games.
Speaking of Mega Man, I ended up getting Mega Man Zero and ZX Collection on the PS4.
Oh, nice.
Seriously, it's still funny that Renamon Naruto runs. I'm not getting over that. Like, why?
You know, the sad thing is, I can kinda tell that there's like a bit of Digimon and uniqueness to these characters, but if you told me this was a Pokemon game, I wouldn't bat an eye.
True.
Because how many Pokemon are there nowadays?
Well over 800, or rather, nearly 900. I think
it's close to 1,000!
What? 1,000? There's no way that could be right. Must be broken or something.
I feel like I should have taken a deeper breath before I said that, because I wasn't able to hold it as long as I wanted.
It's alright. And sorry, I kind of have Phil Parsons' voices Nappa in my head.
Hey, that's... See the actual number.
Okay, I'm gonna move...
Pokemon, a youth subculture in Chile. Identifiable by their angular and pressed hairstyles, reminiscent of characters from Japanese media franchise Pokemon. Huh.
Koromon Digivolve 2! Agumon! Yokomon Digivolve 2!
Wikipedia page.
Biomon.
$896 Pokemon. Brilliant. That's not too many.
Yeah, totally not too many. And now I have Salamon.
Now I know why Ash Ketchum has never aged. If he did, he would never catch them all.
No, if he aged, then... And it's more than likely he would... It's more than likely that the series would have ended.
Honestly, I wish they'd retired Ash after they exhausted, what was it, the Indigo League? After they exhausted, like, Indigo League and Orange Islands, or something like that.
Oh, you mean like what the Pokemon manga have done with Red and crew?
Oh, yeah, that! Yeah, maybe we could just move on.
Digimon's been doing this for years!
Yeah, Power Rangers didn't keep going back to the Mighty Morphin suits after, what, the 3rd season? Yeah, 3rd season. They retired the Mighty Morphin suits and kept moving on. They in fact, even started moving on to changing out the entire cast after a while, so that it wasn't just the same characters over and over and over again.
The only thing that changed is about Ash, especially after Generation 4, is the people he ends up traveling with.
Yeah, his traveling companions and his hat. Which
and his clothes.
Oh yeah, and the clothes. But I seem to recall the hat being kind of something personal for him, something that he liked.
Yeah.
Like the original Pokemon League hat was something special to him. And then after whatever point it was, I think it was some time after GS League, it was probably around the time of, like, what, Sinnoh League Victors? I can't remember.
I dropped Pokemon in early Unova.
Yeah,
because it was not going anywhere. I felt like this is not going anywhere. I really need to stop this. Pepper breath.
Okay, so it was the time of the advanced games. So that would be... Yeah, that was Ruby and Sapphire. So around that time of Ruby and Sapphire, Ash just changed out his hat. So approximately every 4 to 5 years, Ash changes out his hat.
Well, that's only because the fact...
Except for starting in 2017, he changed out his hat every year. And I just want to say...
It took Ash until Sun and Moon to finally win a Pokemon League.
Yeah. Shame about the animation quality, huh?
Yeah. Honestly, if I wanted to watch Squash and Stretch to the extreme, I would go watch Naruto vs. Pain and Shippuden.
The battle interface is reminding me of a game on the 3DS I absolutely hated.
Which one?
Lord of Magna Maiden.
Oh, that game you... Was it that harem game you ranted about?
Yeah, it had a really nice battle interface, but the game itself is just absolute garbage. I rode... Let's see how much I rode about that.
So, at first, there's having vaccine types is going to be a significant advantage, but then later on when data-type Digimon end up becoming more frequent, that's going to become a detriment. Which means I'm going to need to get more virus types. And for vaccine types that appear, I'm going to need data-type Digimon. Unfortunately, guess what's the most frequent type to appear in this game?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. You're gonna have to say it.
Basically, early on in the game, it's going to be very beneficial to have vaccine-type Digimon. Later in the game, it's going to be detrimental.
Okay.
Because later in the game, you're going to encounter You're gonna encounter data types, and then vaccine types that would require or having a data type to help out.
Okay. And those aren't particularly common, huh?
Nope. Virus types especially, because most of the Digimon associated with virus types are, you know, bad guys.
And you can't just run around capturing them with Pokeballs like you can in Substance games.
Nope. You have to collect data of Digimon and then make them.
That sounds tedious.
It can be. But after a while, it could be worth the grind. Because, trust me, this game is very addicting.
Let's see. I wrote close to 9,000 words.
I've written
about that game.
I've written fan fiction chapters that could span 5,000 into 8,000 words.
It's over 8,000!
What? 8,000? Oh, and if you've ever watched Sword Art Online in Japanese, you may recognize the voice of our protagonist, Grunts.
This is the guy who played Kirito?
Yep, Yoshitsugu Matsuoka.
Oh boy, I don't like that guy as Kirito.
A lot of people still prefer him than Pappenbrook.
I don't know. I mean, he doesn't really... He sounds off to me. He sounds like he's... I'm trying to say this without repeating the exact same thing I said for Mamoru Miyana's Light Yagami, but it comes down to the same thing. He doesn't sound all that into it.
I could say the same thing about Tomokazu Seki as Domon. He doesn't really sound like he's into playing the character, compared to, say, Mark Gatha.
Yeah.
Because Gatha is the type of person who could make hot-bloodedness sound cool, even if he doesn't have the same level of deep voice as Tomokazu Seki. But it's like Seki, I don't think he's that good with with hot-bloodedness compared to his Gilgamesh. His Gilgamesh is really good. Even compared to David Vincent's Gilgamesh. I basically put those two on par with each other.
See, I don't like this kind of map because the colors of the map aren't contrasting enough like the mini-map. I know I'm pulling out like a lot of petty grievances here.
That's fine. I'm open to a difference in opinion because, well, guess what? It's been a while since I played this game. I might as well look and see what might have made it. And keep in mind, this is one dungeon out of potentially several dungeons. Each do kind of have their own different color palette. Kowloon is mostly blue-ish, but there are other places that have different designs for their dungeons. It's just dependent on the setting.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. I'm just talking about the like the light blue on dark blue thing. I think that always just kind of irritates me a little bit whenever I look at it.
Like I said,
that's not a big deal, obviously. I wrote, let's see here, around 2,500 words for NG Alternative Saga Episode 1 and around 2,100 words for Episode 2.
Interesting. I find it weird that YouTube's like, oh, this is perfectly okay, and I'm like, there are some interesting jokes you may want to look at, YouTube, that make it seem that it's not okay. Because I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying that YouTube is probably on crack.
Oh, most certainly. I mean, for some reason, they still won't let me have episode 1 back on YouTube. Because they said that we think you might be abusing the appeal process. And
fucking hell, man.
It was literally the only video I'd uploaded at that point.
How can you abuse the appeals process when that's the first thing you uploaded?
That's a good question. Also, they refused to send my appeal to...
I'm okay with copyright claims from like Nintendo. It's like, I could take that. That's fine, because nobody really watches my stuff. And they're just like raw videos of stuff I'm going to eventually commentate over.
I mean, I'm fine with the copyright claims, because, I use, the music and the video footage and stuff like that, and I guess, they should be able to make something out of that.
There was once a copyright claim I received on one part of my Metroid Prime 2 raw playthrough, but it wasn't from Nintendo. It was from some random thing that claimed that the music was something they made in 2007. The game in question came out in 2004.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah,
I had that appealed, but nothing happened. And but they said that it wouldn't go through, and I'm like, oh, bullshit.
Yeah, you want to know? You know something like that I had happen. Two things actually. There was a video on my main channel, well, my personal channel, where I do a little thing of Captain America's speech from Civil War. And it's the one from the comic. And I have the U.S. Navy band version of the national anthem playing in the background. And somebody claimed it, claiming it was their own. And I told them, no, I can show you where I got this from. I got this from the U.S. Navy's website. They have all this stuff up there. Or I got it from the U.S. Navy website. And technically, actually, I was linked to it from Wikipedia, who got it on the U.S. Navy's website. After that's beside the point. Anyways, they claimed that they had it, and, I counterclaimed it, and they let that go, fortunately. Something that's happened since then, or at least that I noticed since then, was one of my Resident Evil videos from my gaming channel had a completely unrelated song claimed. They claimed that it was some... I still have it. I'll pull that up for you.
I'd love to
so
see
I can show you. Yeah, so I can show you exactly what it's about. Okay. So, BMI Broadcast Music, ECAD, CS, ICS, they claimed that I used a song called Stark Reality in my Resident Evil Remake Part 55 video.
What?
Now, yeah, I didn't do that. For one thing, I did not play any music that was not playing in the actual game. Also, I listened to the song Stark Reality. That wasn't that song. I listened to it all the way through. I couldn't find anything. And the stuff that they claimed automatically was not theirs, and
this charming fellow Mephisto had a prior engagement in the Gaiden game attached to Cyber Sleuth called Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory.
Okay.
And, well, he's just reeling from that defeat.
Is that why he's standing there like he just got clonked over the head with a baseball bat?
That's a very likely scenario, yes.
Okay. But yeah, these guys claim that they own this music, and I looked it up, I listened to it, they don't own it. They're not even licensed. It's not the name of the track from Capcom either. They claimed it was some other artist, and I said, hey, look, this music was composed by, I think it was some, they claimed it was some British chick. I think it was, I can't remember who it was. But the music for the video game Resident Evil was, or at least the remake of the GameCube, was Shusaku Uchiyama, who is not British.
Oh no, he summoned Growlmon.
And he's also not a woman. So yeah. He was born in Osaka, Japan. That's just brilliant, guys. That's just fan-fucking-tastic.
Changing out my data type Digimon for a vaccine type. Oh great, it's one of the
That I can tell is a Digimon.
What, Growlmon?
The red thing.
Yeah, that's Growlmon.
Okay. And
He's from Tamers.
Okay.
The champion level form of Guilmon, who is voiced by Steve Bloom. I'm in Tamers.
Yeah, you could drop any of these guys into like Neopets or Pokemon, and just about anybody would actually believe. Did you hear about the story of Neopets?
No.
Okay, do you know anything about what happened?
No.
Okay. They got bought out by the Church of Scientology.
What?
No shit, man.
Oh, that chip, that item we just got? Yeah, that's going to be important. Why?
Okay.
Simply due to the fact that we need items like that memory up to have more party members and have more powerful party members.
Yeah. Okay, so...
なるほど。無事で何よりだよ。しかし、なかなか面白い顛末だったようだな。
So here's the general history of what happened to Neopets. Neopets was founded in the 90s, well, late 1999, and then was acquired by Doug Doring and a collection of investors.
And I'm guessing that investment failed?
Yeah. By the way, Doug Doring is a Scientologist. He's the executive chairman of Age of Learning Inc., which is I'm trying to find a good explanation of it because I'm not super familiar with it, but it's some kind of Scientologist learning thing. It's basically like Trojan horse Scientology.
Neat.
At least as far as I know. And he and his investment company bought Neopets.
Oh my.
And they were trying to figure out how to turn that into a thing that could push Scientology. Eventually they figured out that it really couldn't, and they sold it to Viacom.
Interesting.
Viacom, of course. They're Viacom owns Paramount and CBS.
CVS?
They own CBS now. They used to own CBS, then they split, and now they've rejoined.
Great. So the company I serve as cashier for is owned by Viacom.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, then Viacom sold Neopets to Jumpstart Games.
I'm sure that went over very well.
Oh, they're the guys who made Mario Teaches Typing. Mario is missing.
That explains too much.
3D Body Adventure, Mario's Game Gallery, the Jumpstart series of games. They're owned by Vivendi Universal, I believe. But they then got bought by a Chinese company called NetDragon. So Neopets changed hands from being independent to going to the Scientologists to being owned by Universal.
Oh, you mean the same people who aren't going to let Marvel do anything with the Hulk aside from him being a side character?
Yeah.
God damn it.
And then they were sold to the guys who made Mario Teaches Typing and those games, various Fisher-Price games, including Rescue Heroes and Barbie games, and, let's see, I think the Reader Rabbit games are in here somewhere.
Oh,
no,
God.
Those aren't in here. I always confuse those two because I always played them together. But, let's see, I can't remember, do you remember Frankie the dog? Okay, whatever. Now they're owned by the Chinese, so take your pick as to which of those is worse.
I can't decide.
And Neopets was never that great to begin with, honestly.
Well, that explains too much. Because nobody could make a profit off of them, and nobody in their right minds would want one of those.
Yeah, the Red Bard is Cool did a really good, well, I think her name on YouTube is just Red Bard. But Red Bard did a documentary on Neopets, I believe. Of course, I might be confusing that. No, she did the Guy Online one. I think Donkey might have been the one who did the Neopets documentary I listened to. Oh no, it was Frederick Knudsen. And then I watched the People Make Games version. Okay. Yeah, go check those out.
Right. You may have to link me to those at some point.
Okay.
I still need to see if I can get my current Hotpog working so I could go resume recording Pokemon Coliseum, because I gotta get my drive back on that one.
Yeah, the only recording card I've ever had is a Diamond Easy Cap, and that kind of sucks.
I would recommend either a Hotpog or an Elgato.
Yeah, my problem is that I've got too many things that need like component or composite, so I probably need to get a Hotpog, and those are kind of expensive.
Yeah, I would know because I own a couple. Hello, Yuko. Or as my friend calls her, Penguin-chan. I think there's going to be a Samurai Jack game, Samurai Jack Battle Through Time.
Oh, interesting. Is it going to be made by the same people who did the Afro Samurai game?
I'm not sure.
That'd be interesting. Oh, by the way, did you see that High Guardian Spice got a trailer?
I don't know what that is.
High Guardian Spice is basically the trash Crunchyroll original quote-unquote anime that's Western animation style and just a bunch of really weird-looking stuff. It's not particularly good.
So, basically what we were expecting this entire time from Crunchyroll.
Yeah, it's Crunchyroll's first original series, or at the very least it was announced as Crunchyroll's first original series.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's sad when Rooster Teeth has more credibility on me than they do when making original stuff. That's the worst part.
The thing is, this series, I was looking at the game, I was saying that. Anyways, this series is actually kind of pushed off on them by Warner Brothers because they didn't want to put it on Cartoon Network. And so they just labeled it a Crunchyroll original.
And now we save. So, if she hasn't picked up any cases, I am to basically just go and do whatever. And you would want... Oh, wait. By case, I mean plot. And I have to do one case at a time.
Oh, yes, because... God forbid you actually be able to, pursue multiple quests at one time.
Well, to be fair, this is the first story game since Digimon on Story Dawn and Digimon Story Dusk, which those in America were marketed as Digimon World, which is wholly inaccurate. Those are basically DS Digimon games.
Okay. Yeah, I think I have those somewhere.
And this game is actually pretty easy if you know what you're doing. This and Hacker's Memory. It's just, well... Story Dawn and Story Dusk are, from what I'm told, very difficult. Though, unfortunately, it may be difficult in the sense of, like, Persona 3, how are you supposed to know to do such and such to get such and such?
I've played a few games that were like that. I think it was Final Fantasy 3 that... Yeah,
oh, I've heard of that, of that one boss fight in 3 where it was like you had to have a certain you have to have your whole party
just warp through the TV.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you had to have the whole party dressed out in one specific class, and it was a class that I'd never used up to that point because
was it Dragoon?
I think it was the Dragoons, yeah, and the Dragoons were completely useless up until that point. At least, I was able to steamroll just about everything else up to that point. And then I got to that one boss, and it was like, why do I keep getting my ass kicked? I killed every single enemy on the way here.
But then you realized you needed something.
Yeah. It's a good thing that did... Okay, because I bought Final Fantasy III at a GameStop in Ohio to keep me occupied on the way on a road trip back home. And it's a good thing I didn't come across that while I was playing it on the road, because I had to look that up online.
Oh, God.
I would have literally had nothing to do if I hadn't figured that out while I was on the road.
The YouTuber Clement is making a retrospective series on the Final Fantasy series, and he's already gone through up to 12.
Oh, neat. I've actually seen quite a bit of 12. I actually own like 3 copies of it.
HC Bailey even has a full playthrough of the game.
Yeah. I just haven't played it. I think it looks really good. I've heard the protagonist is annoying.
Nobody likes Vaughn.
Didn't they replace him with... didn't they replace a, like, ultra buff manly dude who does cool shit with him because they wanted to appeal to women?
I don't know. I don't go out...
I mean, not that that's a bad thing. I mean, appealing to women is perfectly fine. It's just that you're sacrificing a piece of your story to write in this character who basically does nothing and has no effect
who
on
literally
the plot.
has no effect whatsoever on the plot.
Yeah,
he's just
like,
there.
Yeah, that's like trying to put... Well, in the next Charlie's Angels movie, let's have a 4th angel, and it's a dude so that we can appeal to the men. And it's like, no, that's not how this is supposed to work. Just make the thing you want to make. Don't add a token character who does nothing and has no importance just to try and appeal to another demographic. It doesn't work. The annoying kid character is a stereotype about kids' cartoons for a reason.
I've been attacked from behind.
They tried to make kids' cartoons and various TV shows and movies. They tried to make kids watch them more. They figured, oh, the kids won't want to watch them if they're all adults and stuff. And then stuff happens like with Transformers. Oh, the humans won't want to watch it if it's all just robots. I don't care about the humans in Transformers. I want to see the damn robots.
And meanwhile, G Gundam is a perfectly fine. Has plenty of fans that grew up with it, and most of the protagonists in that show are adults. The only one who is a child, the only main protagonist who is a child, is a 16-year-old Chinese boy.
Well, Power Rangers did that too, where here's the thing, most of the Power Rangers are either young adults or teenagers.
With attitude.
And then in Turbo, what did they do? They brought in a kid character. Sorry. They brought in this kid character.
A kid, god dang it, a kid.
And because they're working from stock footage from a different series, they couldn't just have him be a kid kicking ass. No, they have to have him turn into a 6-foot-tall adult.
That's stupid.
I mean, yeah, that is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen out of Power Rangers, and that was the series where you could quite clearly see the Yellow Rangers bulge every now and again.
Well, that's because they didn't have any footage. They didn't have any different footage of the Yellow Power Ranger. They instead just had the footage of, the dude from Japan.
Yeah, but the thing is, it wasn't that bad in Mighty Morphin, because Mighty Morphin Season 1, it wasn't really that obvious, and then, I mean, the shoulders were a thing, obviously, and the hips a bit, but once they got to Season 2 and 3, they started shooting footage with an actual female stunt double, I think, and, they didn't have that problem of it obviously being a dude like it was in Time Force. Because Time Force, the Yellow Ranger is masculine as hell. And they basically just changed the Yellow Ranger to female, well, just because. Just because it was like tradition at that point. They wanted another girl on the team for some reason. And fortunately, we haven't seen much like that lately, although there have been their share of other problems. Such as the time they put a guy who was like 2 sizes too big into the Pink Ranger's costume, for a single shot. And all the while, I'm just thinking, that's so distracting. Did you not have somebody who was a bit closer to Camille Hyde's body type on set? Could you maybe not have put Camille Hyde in the suit for that one scene? She's literally just standing there.
You know what? You want to know something funny?
Yeah?
So, you know how most Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes are based mostly on, like, you know, Western concepts?
Yeah.
So, there's this one time where they tried a Japanese concept in the form of the Kaiju archetype.
I think I heard about that. I don't think it did all that well, did it?
Considering that the only time I've ever heard it is when Rada or Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh! Went over it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's a really awesome idea, too. Because they've already got stuff like the Blue Eyes White Dragon, and the Cyber Dragon, and the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Did you know we didn't get Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon until 2009?
Don't fucking remind me.
Why did we get Shining Dragon before Ultimate Dragon? Japan, what were you smoking, and where can I get some of that?
I had to use a bootleg version in my extra deck, just so that I could actually use my Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Like, I went all out. I scoured high and low. I found myself 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons.
You know, the weirdest... You know what?
And I found myself the fusion card, and the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon was nowhere to be found.
You want to know something weird? In what I had imagined as like a recasting for Yu-Gi-Oh! Per se, if they were to, you know, do a Viz Media version of it like they did with Sailor Moon.
Yeah, like a proper uncut dub.
Yeah. It was a weird time where I was imagining Roger Craig Smith as Kaiba.
You know, I can honestly see him as Kaiba. I don't think he'd slum it as Kaiba because it would be a redub of an anime, but you know.
And Troy Baker would be Yugi.
Oh, come now. It's not Dan Green. It has to be maybe Little Karibo or possibly yours truly. But no, seriously, Dan Green or bust.
Honestly, Yugi is not even in my personal favorite pick for Dan and Green's vocal performance. Or rather, Yugi is not my favorite Dan Green performance.
What is it, Angel Blade?
Nope. Entei from the third Pokemon movie.
Angel Blade is a hentai, by the way.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that, considering NYAV has an interesting habit of dubbing hentai.
NYAV Post has had a very long and storied history of dubbing hentai. They've got more of a history of it than Media Blasters.
Well, don't forget that NYAV Post also dubbed Berserk.
Oh yeah, by the way, Angel Blade has Central Park Media on the spine.
Oh, great! The things that butchered Yu Yu Hakusho. Oh, that butchered the Yu Yu Hakusho movie.
What did they do to that?
Gave it a piss poor dub. With overtly literal translation.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, I'm mistaken. It's not Central Park Media. It's Critical Mass.
Yeah, and fun fact that Central Park Media, a dub of Yu Yu Hakusho, had utilized Eric Stewart as Koenma.
Huh.
For some stupid reason. And the guy who voices Yusuke, I kid you not, in that dub is the same person who voices the protagonist of Garzy's Wing.
You mean Garzy's Wing, the infamous as hell Garzy's Wing?
Yeah.
As in, like, worst dub, worst anime of all time, Garzy's Wing?
Yep.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. Oh, hey, we've got another viewer.
Hello.
Hi, please stick around. We need more viewers.
Yes. Yes, please do so.
We've had like 3 other people in here so far, and none of them have stuck around. We would appreciate it if you'd stay.
Yes, please.
I know we're not talking too much about the gameplay, but...
Oh, hi, Sonny. The stream is deader than that Mugen drama on that was raiding the desert village. By the way, when are you going to kill it? Fucking hell, Sonny! I will kill it when I am good and ready.
Yeah, Sonny.
He's my Brazilian pen pal that got me into a lot of things like Persona and whatnot, and made me watch a crap ton of harem anime. Just for bargains we used to do all the time. In a nutshell, all of those harems suck.
You know, I made a deal with a friend of mine to watch Blood Plus if he'd play Undertale, and the thing is, I still haven't watched Blood Plus. I hope James is watching now, because if you are, James, I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. By the way, Mugen Dramon is the Japanese name for Machine Dramon.
So off the top of your head, what's the worst thing? Sorry, what's the worst anime you've ever seen?
That is a difficult question to answer. Holy crap.
It can either be a good anime with a bad dub or just bad all around.
I'm gonna be honest, Ben Creighton, I love your abridged series, but I do not like Gantz.
I don't think he likes Gantz much either. He struck me as
fucking hell! I will get to that anime when I get to it. I haven't had time lately. I've been busy. It's called life.
Yeah, that's what...
Yep. No, and he thought I was going to say Golden Time when I don't really have much of an opinion on it because I haven't finished it.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of Sentai Filmworks' dub for Gantz. Like, the only decent actor in that dub was Chris Ayres. But
knowing how Gantz the anime ended, I wouldn't be a big fan of it myself personally.
Mireille. Hey, I need to ask you, where am I really...
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
What?
Masaru Kato was dubbed by Illic Guardiola.
Ew. Illic, why do you do this?
Funny thing, aside from him and Chris Ayres, and maybe Lucian Dodge, I haven't actually heard of any of the actors in the Gantz dub.
Yeah, let's just say most of the script is whatever swear word you could just dump down there.
Okay.
So, it's just basically a edgy McEdge fest. It's not really all that... Damn it, Sonny. Okay, so this is what I could do with the camera. I could zoom it out, and I can zoom it in. Out, and in. Out, and in.
I tend to go for, like, the widest possible camera angle you can get on stuff like that, because it really doesn't matter. I just like to know where
I'm just trying to figure out where these three hackers are. Three Kowloon level 1 hackers. Are they in a separate... Are they in an area that I am not aware of? God dang it. I should not be lost in a game... In a game like this. I'm Sunomon.
stuff like this before.
Have you... So Logan Laidlaw, the person I've kept on citing, sounds almost exactly like you. Who also voices is Sunoma on and in all evolutions of Gabumon. Even going as far as to give Gabumon's personality basically, I'm Gabumon. And I'm just like, oh goodness gracious, this is going to be a thing now, isn't it?
Logan Laidlaw was in School Shooting the Musical.
And he's also Daigo Onishijima in that same abridgment of Digimon Tri, who apparently thinks that that the password or to his the computer is anything to do with his name. Oh, and apparently Hackmon has to make a big deal over the fact that his name in the Japanese version is Huckmon, as in Huckleberry Finn.
Interesting.
And then he just calls himself Hackmon on for some as a slip of the tongue. And I'm just like, dude, you made this big deal out of not wanting to be called Hackmon and instead Huckmon, but then you just call yourself Huckmon anyway because as you slipped up. Yes, I'm well aware of that. I know! I swear he's not being very helpful.
That one reminds me of a Final Fantasy character. Like a Final Fantasy,
What's this? What's with this team? I'm sorry, I don't have a good team right now. I'm not in the point of the game where I could just simply just get whatever Digimon I want. That song's gonna be stuck in your head now.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, that's only the dubbed theme, not the Japanese theme. The Japanese theme...
I just wanted to say that if it's as bad as the Japanese Pokemon theme, I don't care.
You know, you gotta search everywhere for those Pokemon, even under that girl's skirt.
Yeah.
Which is the exact reason why, in the first opening, there's a shot of Pikachu running under a woman's skirt.
Who's that Pokemon? It's yeast infection!
Oh, God.
But seriously, what's the Japanese Digimon name like?
I don't know it. There are actually multiple Japanese themes for Digimon. There's Adventure 1's original theme, Butterfly. Then there's Adventure 2's theme, Target. Then there's Tamer's theme in Biggest Dreamer. Then there's Frontier's theme, Fire. And oh god, I can't even.
Hang on, I'm gonna listen to it. I got it. I gotta take off the headphones real quick.
Okay. On my love.
Okay, this is far better than the English version.
No duh.
The only reason I asked was because the Japanese Pokemon theme sucks.
Oh, here's the schmuck I was looking for. Hey, you! I got some words to say to you. Sometimes I swear when I get angry, I sound like guy who voices Kirito in Sword Art Online Abridged.
Izzy, aka Yamato SFX. I actually contacted him to see if he'd be willing to voice Shinji in NG Alternative Saga.
He said no.
Yeah. Kinda like Takahata 101 said no to voicing Gendo.
That's a shame.
So you're left with my dose of Yes, I literally had to settle it myself. I was my own second choice.
Oh, don't worry. I'm fine with that.
I'm just making a joke.
And now I gotta go find another one in level 1.
Honestly, I'm fine with having to settle for second best on that because I kind of wanted to do it anyways.
Wish I had like a audition and thing.
Male scammer Mamoru? What is this guy, an 419 scammer or what?
They're apparently hackers.
That's the hacker to you. Bonus points if you know where that's from.
No, I don't know where that's from.
Oh, have you never heard of Cyber Chase?
Oh wait, I've actually seen that show. Damn it.
Yes. The hacker, voiced by Christopher Lloyd.
What? No. It's like, wait, what? It's like one of those
I am literally not kidding.
I know you're not. That's the worst part.
They also had Gilbert Gottfried in it.
Oh, my poor vocal cords. Did you know Gilbert Gottfried voiced Mr. Mxyzptlk in Superman the Animated Series?
Yes, I did.
My mom's not a big fan of him. At least his voice.
His name is Digit LeBoy.
I'm a cybird. I was created by the hacker. That is the best Gilbert Gottfried I can do.
Oh, hello, Digimon from the Our War Game movie. Basically, in Japan, in Japan, and the first 3 Digimon OVAs that were compiled for that piece of crap thing known as the movie in America. The second part of it is called Our War Game, where basically Tai and Izzy have to deal with a Digimon that's going berserk around the internet.
Oh yeah, you want to know who else is in Cyber Chase? Robert Tinkler, aka the voice of Max in Sam and Max.
Really?
Yeah. The voice of Ginka Hagane from Beyblade Metal Fusion, Brooklyn Macefield from Beyblade G Revolution.
The guy who currently voices Barrett in Final Fantasy in the Final Fantasy VII remake is also Huck/Hackmon in the dub of Digimon Tri.
Oh, cool.
He has a very how do I put it? His voice is very it's not bad. No, don't get me wrong. It's like, let's just say I kinda might have drooled.
Huh. Oh yeah, by the way, it took 7 years for Cyber Chase to come back.
Really?
Yeah, it began in 2002, ran to 2010, then... oh wait, no. Okay, it took 5 years to come back. No, sorry, okay. This is just really stupid. It returned in 2013 for Season 9, Season 10 in 2015, Season 11 in 2017, and Season 12 in 2019. So they take like 2 years for each thing. I thought it took like 5 or 6 years for them to come back. But yeah. But this is an impressive voice cast for a PBS show.
Interesting. You know, the guy who voiced Tai in the original English dub of Digimon Adventure, actually, he retired for a while from voice acting in 2005. He ended up becoming a hypnotist.
Huh.
But then he wanted to come back to voice Tai as based on the Did You Know anime video on Digimon that he provided the voiceover for. And
okay, Tony Hawk played Slider's dad, Coop, in Cyber Chase. I did not know that.
Holy crap.
Sorry, go ahead.
And so based on just that bit, it seemed that the casting director behind Ein Adventure Tries movie dubs thought, you know, maybe we could get him back, because though it turns out the thing that Seth was actually talking about was if they were going to dub the 3rd season of Cross Wars, aka Young Hunters Who Leapt Through Time, because there's a point in that series where all the main Digimon protagonists do come back, act for like a for like a big battle against this Digimon called Quartzmon.
That sounds like Forever Red from Power Rangers.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Aquilamon.
You know, you were saying something about how that guy became a hypnotist. Do you know what the original suit actor for Barney the Dinosaur became?
What did he become?
A tantric sex therapist.
Okay.
I like how I refer to him as the original suit actor as if this is some tokusatsu thing.
Maybe it is.
Is Barney tokusatsu? Well, technically no, because it doesn't actually have any special effects. It's just got a bunch of dudes in foam costumes.
And now my Renamon is a Cubimon.
Okay.
Digimon App Monsters had a better War Greymon on Cameo than Cross Wars.
Why? How did it go from a bipedal thing to an all fours?
I don't know.
That seems like a bit of a downgrade, if you ask me.
Look, see those 9 tails right there? See that? See that?
We could have the 9 tails.
That's an upgrade.
On all fours.
Yeah, but how would it balance with all those tails?
Does it
look like does it look like Kurama?
But now he can't pick up a cup of coffee.
It can pick up a cup of coffee with one of those tails.
Yes, but how can it reach its mouth?
You see how long
those are actually kind of long. Never mind.
Yep, I was about to say that. Gabumon onto Garurumon, and Garurumon to where Garurumon, then and to Metal El Garurumon. Basically, that evolutionary chain that Sonny described was one of the 2 components needed to form Omnimon or Omegamon in the Japanese version. They call it Omegamon because Alpha and Omega. There is a Digimon called Alphamon. They're of this group known as the Royal Knights. A group of... I'm saying bipedal to quad isn't anything new.
Do they have a Betamon?
Yes, there's a Digimon called Betamon.
Is he voiced by Sean Schemmel?
No. Sean Schemmel has not been in a Digimon.
That's a shame.
Sean Schemmel hasn't been in a Digimon dub because Digimon is recorded at Studiopolis.
Oh yeah, Sean's Texas-based. And he was
Sean's Texas and NYAV-based. He was in the NYAV dub of Berserk.
He was also a recurring voice in all kinds of the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff for a while there.
And he sadly plays the best friend archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! Zeal.
Oh, Zexel?
It's pronounced Zeal.
I know that. I just like to make fun of that name because they have a giant X in the middle and it really doesn't do anything.
Right. You know, I named the protagonist Victor.
Okay.
Yep. So, in case you're wondering, what series is Aquilamon from? Aquilamon is from Digimon on Adventure 2 and is the champion level form of Hawkmon. And in Adventure 2, they ended up having to invent a new type of evolution. Yes, Sonny, we know you have a thing for Hawkmon. They had to invent a different type of evolution or weird team-ups. Davis and Ken and Yoli and Kari and TK, as well as I'm trying to think. Frick. And TK and Cody. Basically, they had to invent this thing called Jogris or DNA Digivolution. Yes, I know it was a concept from an earlier thing. I keep getting nagged about this sort of stuff just because of the fact that I haven't read too far into V-Tamer, which was the original Digimon material on media before it was an anime. Yes, I already know that. V-Tamer is a manga where most of the concepts of Digimon are originated from. Sorry that I'm getting so worked up. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Just wanted to make sure. So, anyway, and basically these evolutions were kind of there to supposedly justify not making like new ultimate or perfect level old Digimon designs. Because let's be real here, that would require effort. And it's, as you said, character designing takes effort. Yes, we know it backfired. Basically, the champion levels would fuse together and form a big ultimate level. That sadly still can't match up to a... That sadly still can't match up to a mega level old Digimon that's voiced by Steve Bloom. Steve Bloom actually appeared quite a bit in the dub of 02, voiced every armor evolution of Vmon, and as well as Black War Greymon. I'm getting to him. And he voices all forms of Guilmon as well as Kenta and Yamaki in Digimon Tamers, which includes Gallantmon or Dukemon if you're a fan of the subs. Which, fun fact, the Gallant, and you're gonna love this. The sub version of Digimon has Masako Nozawa voice Guilmon. And this is the second time Steve Bloom has voiced a character originally voiced by her. Which he said that it was a pure coincidence.
You know, one thing that I know is definitely not coincidence was the time that Lawrence Simpson voiced a character Masako Nozawa played in the movie Hells.
That doesn't sound like a coincidence, all things considered.
No, it's not.
Scott, your casting is not very imaginative. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I will say, he did a damn good job, though.
Eat floor, you bitch. That's probably one of my favorite quotes from that dub.
Yeah, I've only watched that movie once. I loved it so much. I gotta go back and watch it again.
I need to get that movie so I can watch it, because I've only seen like clips of it. It looks so funny.
It's a great movie, honestly, and I watched it dubbed, and that was before I had a PS4 in my office. So what I had to sit through ripping.
Police-hating hacker is a police officer.
But I had to sit through
Arcadimon on foreshadowing right there. I'm like, we're gonna have to wait for the Gaiden game.
I had to wait for the movie to rip to my hard drive so that I could watch it. because I have a Blu-ray drive, but my Blu-ray playing software had literally just died the day before.
Every time I see people keep praising the original Full Metal Alchemist to high heaven, I feel like that weirdo who still prefers his Brotherhood.
Well, the original Full Metal Alchemist had the benefit of having Aaron Dismuke before his voice changed as Alphonse Elric. And the massive benefit to that is that you don't have the fake sound that you get from having a female play a male character. The massive downside to the original FMA is that they went ahead of the manga and decided to end it before the manga was actually over.
Actually, Arakawa requested they do that.
What the fuck?
This was on a Did You Know anime featuring Faluro, the person who made Null Metal Alchemist and is also OTF as his voice of Yamcha.
I tried to get in contact with him to play Shinji too, and I actually couldn't find him anywhere. Like, no contact information for him.
Wow.
I'm sure Devil Kick Sanji really appreciates me telling everybody who I was gonna pick instead of him.
Make people watch/read both. Double the views. Fucking genius.
I mean, yes and no. Manga is culturally more important to the Japanese than anime is. The anime is basically just a glorified teaser trailer for the manga most of the time.
Oh, you mean like Berserk?
Like Berserk, like Gantz, like Rosario plus Vampire that continued on into Season 3 in the manga, even though the fucking series didn't.
A1, when are you going to finish Blue Exorcist and Magi? You have enough material to make another season. Just do it.
Devil is a part-timer. Chivalry of a Failed Knight. Chivalry of a Failed Knight ended.
What does Gallon think of keto dieting? The
Asterisk War is a fucking mess that keeps going. I don't like keto dieting. I am not a big fan of the no carbohydrate thing because, for a number of reasons. For one thing, when I'm in the middle of a workout, if I haven't had any carbohydrates, I just start dying. Not literally, but I feel like I'm about to fall apart.
And I think it's still weird. It's like today I ended up going to Dave & Buster's with my friends, and then tomorrow I'm going to go see the My Hero Academia movie with one of them.
Okay.
Yes, that is true. Thank you, Sonny. That is hard facts. Failed Knight is way better than Asterisk War.
Yes, and the sad thing is, one of my favorite voice actors is an Asterisk War.
Which one, besides Vic?
Well, mostly just Vic, but there's another one that I can't remember off the top of my head.
Name the character and I might be able to identify the voice.
I barely fucking watched Asterisk War. I kind of just stopped.
We have Erica Harlacher, Kira Buckland, and Brianna Knickerbocker.
Is that a real fucking name?
Yes. I'm not making that up. That is a real name of a real person. Look her up.
Oh my god.
She also voices Sakura in Fire Emblem Fates.
Huh. Oh. I actually did not know that Patrick Sates and I just had her name, Jeremy Lee, were in this. No, I knew Jeremy Lee was in it. I like her, that's why I like her. I did not know Patrick Sates was in it.
Patrick Sates voices Lester McPhail. Just gonna let that name sink in for a few moments.
Oh, Christina V is in this too.
Yep, and so is
Karen
Eric
Strassman.
and Erica
And
Lindbeck.
Eric Stewart. No, not Eric Stewart. Not Eric Stewart. Chris Kassan. For some reason, I get Chris Kassan and Eric Stewart confused.
Chris Kaysen?
I think they...
I actually
do they,
met
like,
Chris
look the
Kaysen
same?
at Kineticon once.
Oh, cool.
He was fun.
See, right now I'm completely talking
He
out of my
actually
ass 'cause I have
prefers
no idea what-
Brotherhood's interpretation of gluttony over the originals.
Okay, no, Chris Kassan actually looks more like a combination of Chris Sabat and what's his name? Guy who voices Gohan.
Kylie Bear.
Yeah, he looks like halfway between Kylie Bear and Chris Sabat.
But
Yeah.
you're saying Ulforce is banned. I can't ban Ulforce. Do you know why I can't ban Ulforce?
This is a nice.
There are
this is an
certain
awesome-
boss fights, there are certain super boss fights in this game that require me to have that thing as setup. So, no, I can't ban Ulforce. I will not use him throughout the story, but I will use him for the super bosses. If you're wondering what he's talking about, Ulforce Vidramon is the mega level form is one of the two mega level forms for Vmon, and basically that thing is very OP. He always goes first in battle, and he could be a perfect setup for speed boosting in this game, which is very helpful when you're going up against Digimon like the Royal Knights and the Demon Lords, who are called the 7 Deadly Digimon in this game.
Okay.
And not having this thing is strange because he's kind of essential. Yeah, I know. I just got finished explaining that. Yeah, that passive did get nerfed in the Gaiden game in Hacker's Memory, because they saw it was a little too OP, and they just decided to make him really fast. Oh, Giddy, come on. And, let me think. So, did you know, that originally in the Digimon Undub, they were going to make Gatomon somewhat male-ish in terms of the voice?
I have no idea who that is, so I'm just gonna.
Gatomon's a cat.
Like I do.
Gatomon's a bipedal cat Digimon.
Okay.
So they're going to make a song about it like this, huh?
And Jeff Nimoy, who voices Tentomon, was going to voice him.
Okay.
If you've seen Trigun, he's, what's his face? The priest. Nicholas D. Wolfwood. First step, and which is also the... Yes, that's the joke. Some of the names of Digimon are punny names. The Japanese name for Gatomon is Tailmon. Like, no joke. That is literally what it's called in the Japanese version.
Interesting.
Sounds very generic, if I'm to be honest. Or composite names like Vamdemont. One of the main antagonists of Digimon Adventure 1 is named Vamdemon in the Japanese version, but Myotismon in the dub.
I'm looking at the replies to the High Guardian Spice trailer, and, well, it's a GIF, really. And I'm seeing a lot of people saying, boy, how many licenses could that have paid for?
Oh, God.
Somebody asked, what's it rated? M for mediocre.
Oh, God. That series is going to be a train wreck. Not one that I'm going to watch, mind you.
No.
I think next week I'll probably do Batman Arkham. I did one stream on Arkham Asylum last week. And since people want to see this and Digimon, that's kind of what I'm going to be doing for a bit, and then I'm going to go back to Resident Evil 4 and probably mix in some Mega Man X8.
I'll see if I can come by for any of those.
Do let me know.
Ah, yes, God's punishment for our sins is back.
Who's that?
That's the High Guardian Spice. Replies.
Did you try doing a judgment stream yet? No. Just stop asking.
It looks like a ripoff of Shinatsu, somebody says, and then somebody else replies, that's because it's ripping off 10 different anime to please the rainbow goblins that don't watch anime.
This is hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, this is funny.
What if, maybe, just maybe, you use the funding from this project to actually support the Japanese animation industry like you claim to?
That's funny. That would imply they actually care about the product they're trying to sell.
Oh, that's funny. Implying that they actually give a shit.
The fact, after everything that has happened as of late, it's like, no, you're not running from this. Hold on a sec. Let me see. I'm going to... Sonny wants to join in. Alright, I'm going to invite him, and then he can come by and say hello.
Hello?
Is it me you're looking for? Is it funny that I knew exactly what song you were going for when you started? Fun fact, first time I ever heard that song was in the 4th Shrek movie.
I haven't actually watched that one. I wouldn't say I checked out after Shrek 3. They kept pushing Shrek 4 back, kept changing its title. Eventually, I just didn't care, you know?
I ended up seeing it, and I'm like, It's like after a while, it's just like,
I wonder how many employees you could have paid acceptable wages with this money.
Yes, I sent you an invite. Join in. Come on.
Incredible, a year later and it still looks like fucking shit.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, wasn't this the show you were taking money from actual production companies for, not paying companies that actually works to throw together this trash? And somebody else replies that who? Meme from Guardians.
How much of that in Guardians 2 is a meme? I just want to know.
Guardians 2 didn't spawn any memes because Guardians 2 was underwritten.
I'll check TV tropes. I'm gonna check TV tropes real quick.
I can do it. I'm the one that's not playing the game.
I have the computer literally right in front of me.
This is page 194 you have viewed this month without ads. Fuck off, TV tropes. I know for an absolute fact that I've only visited this page twice this month.
Mimetic mutation. Baby Groot trying to push the button on a bomb instantly became a hit.
Oh, right, I forgot about that one.
I'm about to get me some kitty cat. This is Gatomon, in case you were wondering. And I'm about to get a traditional in the form of Greymon. Oh, that's Geo Greymon. Crap. Oh well. I'll de-digivolve him when I level him up a bit. Yeah, that's a thing you could do in this game. You can de-digivolve and de-digivolve your Digimon. Alright, so other memes include Drax's line at the end of the second trailer. She just told everyone, "Your deepest, darkest secret. You must be so embarrassed. To me, to me." It very quickly took off, frequently being used as a reaction on message board or simply heavily quoted. Similarly, images of Drax and Mantis laughing and pointing at Star-Lord / the viewer will with some...
Right, I forgot that was Guardians 2.
It's metaphorical! Taserface's explanation for his Red Baron name, which functions as little more than a hand wave, but then became a forced meme of sorts when post-release trailers used it as a reaction and shot to some of the positive reviews. It still ended up as the go-to reaction to certain comments.
Yeah. Hey.
We're hearing a third echo. Or rather, we're hearing an echo.
Yeah.
Tone down your speakers.
Or put a headset on. Okay then.
Look at Geo Greymon walking around like a friggin' T-Rex. Go, Lightning Paw.
For some reason I just have the Sonic 3 Crystal Caves in my head when I see that walking animation.
Oh, by the way, there's a hilarious walking animation with this Digimon named Ilzamon. He doesn't walk, he rides on his motorcycle. He even rides on his motorcycle when in blast mode.
Amazing. Oh,
Yes, it is.
I didn't say what my what the worst anime I'd ever seen is, did I?
No.
Have you ever heard the thing called Twinkle Nora Rock Me?
Nope. Sonny, say things.
Yeah, we can hear you. I can't hear myself anymore. Well, Twinkle Nora Rock Me was a sequel to an OVA, I think it was.
Ah, Frigimon.
They like lost all of the budget, so only every like 4 frames or so was actually anime. Oh, hi there!
I'm a big fucking snowman.
I summon a... Here comes the giant fist!
I summon my fist in attack mode. No, not water!
Yeah. For a second there, I thought he was gonna fart on him.
What,
no.
Cubimon?
Yeah.
No, Cubimon doesn't do that. She shoots fire from her tails.
Okay, good.
She's a little lit, if you know what I mean. Frigimon, damn, that was a long time ago. Oh, says Mason. Sonny, that is you, right? Your voice sounds different.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. Well, I can hear you fine, so we're all good.
Yeah, I'm hearing the back. I'm only...
I'm just like... I see you talking on the stream chat, and I'm like... I'm gradually turning into a bridged Kirito and talking to you. I'm like, oh my god, I know! You could practically hear it in my voice.
I'd try to do the voice, but my voice is too deep for that.
Can you stop staring? It's creepy. Yeah, I can't do it either.
And you stop staring, it's creepy. Yeah, see, that doesn't actually sound anything like Kirito. I don't actually know what this is. Might be Goku.
Hi, Phone-chan. If you're wondering why the nickname Phone-chan exists, look at her name. Yes, please thank my pen pal.
Nokia. Does our protagonist ever get any Nokia from Nokia?
That was actually a good pun. Wait a second, you can hear my mic here? I'm not connected to any VC. No, I can't. No, you're not in VC, Mason.
I wonder if Sunny's voice is actually showing up in the on the stream.
I would think so.
Sunny, check your settings. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just click on party settings.
Yeah, and Agumon and Gabumon were here because why not? Yes.
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Yep.
We can hear you, no trouble. We're just wondering if people on the stream can hear you.
I'm sure they... Did you mean you were seeing me talk in the Discord? Or, no, Mason, we were trying to help out a friend of ours. You know, I can imagine... Hey, Sonny, here's an idea for stream. Why don't you try doing a level 1 proud mode run of Kingdom Hearts 1? I want to see how you do that. Wait. You'd rather do Kingdom Hearts 2? But what about Ursula? Okay, so fine. You can stream Kingdom Hearts 2 level 1 critical mode. Galendon, in case you're wondering, how could you possibly do that? There's an ability that you get at the start of Kingdom Hearts 2 where Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2 when you play at the hardest difficulty to basically make it so you don't get experience from any enemy.
Huh. Why would you want to do that?
It's called a challenge run.
Never been a particularly big fan of that.
Well, some call me Johnny decided to stream himself playing Kingdom Hearts 1 on Proud Mode, and let's just say he had a gay old time fighting Ursula at level 1.
I mean, I'm not the kind of guy who likes to grind in RPGs. I fucking hate it. But at the same time, I don't wanna.
I'm gonna probably do one more case before I finish the stream because it's because it's now midnight.
I think Angel Dust has it under control. But...
So, would you want to summon Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from your deck?
But what does it do?
Tell me!
Tell me!
Someone commented that my impression of Tristan sounds like the voice of Satan.
My voice gives me super strength.
I'm going to actually do something for once. My voice gives me super strength.
Yes, but my hair gives me the power to defy gravity.
Oh, the humanity! I will avenge his death. My voice gives me super strength. Holy shit, it really does.
Who's doing a Mickey Mouse?
Oh boy! Yeah!
Woohoo!
I don't actually know how I could do this. Well, I do know because I've spent a very long time doing impressions of Little Grimo's Tia Gardner, and it's not that far away from it.
Help! I'm being chased by warehouses!
Alright, everybody, gather together, and I'll mark us with a special sign.
I tell you, not for nothing.
This point-minute marker.
Oops, my bad.
Oh, whoops!
Wait, G, why are we even carrying that thing in the first place?
I'm a kleptomaniac. I stole it from school.
Hey, my wallet's missing.
My wallet's missing.
Kaiba took it.
It's time to duel.
It's time to duel.
Wait, did your testicles just drop?
Just drop in the last 5 seconds.
Seconds. What the hell happened to your voice? Oh, hi, Blue Marimon.
Holy raw, real monsters.
Ah, crap. Guard. So... I summon Holy Light. More Holy Light. What? What's so funny? Damn it! I'll remember this.
Here you go.
What is this? Oh, come on! That's low hanging. That's low hanging fruit, man.
For those of you in the stream who want to know what it is, it's a soda fountain, and one of the things is out, and the sign on it says "Sorry, out of cock."
Oh my god, that is low hanging fruit humor. That is literal
Just
low
like
hanging
my
fruit.
balls.
I'm sorry, I had to make that joke.
Well, as soon as I put in the case, Ace, we're gonna end the stream. But will Victor ever be able to find out what happened to Agumon and Gabumon? Will Phone-chan ever finally hook up with our protagonist? Find out on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z!